Well, good morning, folks. It's Friday the 13th. Just never know what'll happen on that day. Anyway, I wanted to bring you up to date here first on the HAARP induction magnetometer out of Kokona, Alaska. Look, they've stopped blasting areas, and all spectrums there are from the 0 to 5 hertz spectrum anyway. As difficult, or as hard, should I say, as they were. We still have the ever-present about 1.75, but the 2 seems to have dropped off. We still have the area that's kind of into 3, but then above that it's dropped off. So a lot of stuff quit happening. Probably around 5 Zulu, which would have been about I believe that would have been about 10 p.m. last night Central Time. This would actually have been the beginning of the day today for Universal Time, 0Z, and that had been 7 p.m. Central last night. So for a while into Friday the 13th, they continued to blast, and then it just quit and back to kind of a normal area. So interesting. We'll see what if that has anything to do with anything, but again, it's quite interesting that we've been on that roll of all this being blasted for several days. Well, for a day and a half at least anyway. So anyway, some interesting stuff again on the HAARP induction magnetometer. Here's a quick look from the Storm Prediction Center about severe weather placement today. There's a slight risk of severe thunderstorms in the Mississippi Valley. Isn't that amazing? Hopefully they will be fast movers and not tornadic, but again, slight chance there. Also a slight chance here on the East Coast, or should I say the kind of the middle part of the East Coast. The Carolinas there. Yep, Carolinas. Watch out. And then generally just thunderstorms in this green area up and down. Kind of an odd area just for thunderstorms, but I mean not odd, but just an area for thunderstorms here out in over the Idaho area, western Montana, and northern Nevada, northwestern Utah, and then of course eastern Washington and Portland. I know you didn't need a geography lesson, I'm sorry, but anyway, so there's a slight chance of just thunderstorms there, but again, the yellow areas, there's a slight chance of severe thunderstorms, because again, this is a severe thunderstorm outlook from the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center. So keep that in mind for today. Now here's a quick radar loop for the northern plains across the United States, and I wanted to show this mainly because I talked about how you can see when the sun rises and sets on the radar a lot of times whenever they have them in very sensitive mode, and you can see what a lot of times we'd think would be the HAARP beams, you know, going across the nation, but that's just as the sun rises that the radio frequency coming off the sun is detected by the radar site itself. But nonetheless, it's quite an interesting sight. The first time I ever saw that, I didn't know what was going on, but after much study and learning about radar, that all this that happens, it moves again from east to west, and again the sun comes up in the east, goes down in the west. So it comes up over here before it comes up over here. Then you can follow the track of where the sunrise actually happened at the radar side. So quite interesting there. Here's the storm system in the central sections that is giving the rain now across the Mississippi Valley. Upper level storm right here. So it's going to rotate until this moves on out. This area, again, as I showed you in the outlook, is up for probably some severe weather today, possible. Anyway, again, I mainly wanted to show you how the radar reacts to the sunrise, and again around sunset you'd see it in the same way, except if you notice, let's pick this radar set right here. It happens to where you see it comes from this direction. Now when the sun sets tonight, it should be on this side of the radar site. This morning it's on this side, and all of them would be that way. Here's the radar site. Okay, it's on the eastern side, or the northeastern side at this time of the year. Here's the Amarillo. It's on the eastern side. So, something to watch, keep your eyes on, and that way you can know that those aren't HAARP related. Dutch has done a really good job of teaching people what the HAARP related signatures look like, or the especially the scalar squares. But the HAARP related interference is generally pretty awesome. It's pretty right there in your face most of the time. So anyway, I've talked way too long. Y'all have a good one.